Welcome
to
to Shade.
Shadeinthecity. I am your girl Treese.
It's Nellz.
And today we're here to do our recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac season 8, episode 15, Fool's Gold. Okay. Shade Squad, if you haven't already, I'm sorry, I'm gonna make this very quick and wrap it up in a shady sweet bow because guess what? It's my birthday. Okay. So you know what? We ain't got all day to sit. We talked about the Real Housewives seating chart on the live that we just did for my birthday. So if you'd like to go there and hear our thoughts on that, we'll be happy to discuss it. But here we're just gonna go through this episode. We're gonna talk about it and we're gonna get into it and get shady. So let's do that. Wendy gets up to address Giselle about the conversation she was having with all of the other ladies. And Giselle quickly pipes down and says that, they'll talk later. But Wendy wants to have the conversation right now. So Robin brings up that she noticed their facial expressions while Giselle was talking about Grace and she didn't like
Okay,
it.
can I just say that as a fellow Virgo, I hope I don't get like this when I get older.
You stupid. Now, what I will say, and shout out to everybody that dropped down in the comments. Um, Last review and recap. I appreciate y'all. Again, as I always say, y'all don't have to agree with us. That's what opinions are for. But I will say, the comments, they did not agree with us. They don't think the faces were that serious and thought we were, reaching a little bit. And again, I appreciate your feedback. That's what we're here to do is have a conversation. And again, we are not always going to agree. However, and I will say that after seeing this episode, I still don't think it was necessarily right. I still think there's again something about being a grown woman and be able to control your facial expressions, your mannerisms, and things like that. Um, However, I'll jump back into it. Basically, Wendy says that she would never speak on anyone's child because Giselle has basically already tried to use this against her once before. And then we see Bravo run their receipts. And she says
But
that
let me ask you this though. When they showed the receipts, did you see the look that she gave to Grace?
I won't go comment on that, but I did.
So when you're saying, "Oh, she's trying to weaponize you," like use Grace to weaponize you, did you actually see the looks that you were giving them? Because if it was my daughter, I would have felt some type of way. Because you looking her up and down, like I don't know if it was the outfit, I don't know what it was. If it was the body was bodying. I don't know, but it was definitely giving.
What is it? As my boo likes to use, is she was definitely gas facing her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like this, and no, I don't agree with the comments. And no, I don't agree that Wendy was basically Giselle was what. Let's not get this twisted. I don't agree with everything that Giselle does. Okay, but do I feel that Giselle was trying to use her daughter to weaponize her? No, you were gas facing her. You were looking her up and down. And if I'm not mistaken, I feel like I actually remember that episode and remember thinking to myself, why the hell is she looking at her like that?
Mm.
Because if my teenage daughter is walking past you and you're looking her up and down, we're gonna have a problem. But unlike Giselle, I'm gonna deal with it. I'm going to address it. I'm not gonna expect everybody else to do it.
Mm. Well, Nellz came with a word today. Okay, so basically, Karen brings up that all of them make faces and throw shade, and Giselle is upset that Karen would stick up for Candace and Wendy, and feels like Karen isn't giving the same respect that basically she would give her. So Candace says that she doesn't like Giselle, so when she speaks, she's uncomfortable. I knew. I can I tell y'all as I was watching this particular part of the scene, I said this is going to just irritate the hell out of Nellz, and said that she really doesn't care, but she does wish her kids well. Ashley asked why there was a chuckle, and Candace and Wendy explained that it had nothing to do with Grace. I'll
I
let you go.
love that Ashley got up and said, "Well, then why the chuckle? What was that for?"
But you know why though? Because Ashley wouldn't. Ashley wouldn't play by her kids.
My thing
I don't
is,
care
okay,
how sweet and how
it's
cute
easy
she
for you
looks.
to dismiss it and say, "Oh, it had nothing to do with Grace," but the conversation was about Grace,
Mm.
and that's when you were chuckling. So if it had nothing to do with Grace, then why in the middle of a conversation about Grace were you chuckling? Clearly, Ashley didn't want the smoke, but I am glad that she tried to address it. But let me say something. Ain't no listen. That's why I'm saying. I hope this Virgo energy is not something that happens when you get older and you retire from wanting all the smoke. Okay,
Oh,
because
okay. You still want all the smoke?
let me tell you something. Because I don't need nobody to address nothing about my kids. I'm gonna want to know why. Ashley wouldn't have had to say nothing. So if it wasn't about my child, then why the hell were you laughing when I was discussing my child? I'm
Mm.
telling you, when I tell you the tables would have been shook while I was in mid conversation, I wouldn't have finished.
Mm.
Our trip would have been ruined. DR would have been ruined.
Don't do that.
It would have been done. Done data.
Dandara.
Done data. So basically, then Robin told the ladies that they're all about to, go back to the hotel. They're preparing for dinner. And since they missed Ashley's Havana Nights birthday party due to the air quality, we all remember that.
Mm-hmm.
She told the ladies to bring their Havana Night outfits in celebration of Ashley's birthday. I thought that was super cute. Girl, you couldn't celebrate your birthday, so guess what? We have to do this thing here in DR. Okay.
Right. I did think that was cute.
I thought it was super cute, and I thought it was thoughtful.
And
So
I think Giselle actually showed up looking good for once.
girl, she got that dress off of Shein. I seen it.
You stupid.
And I'm not saying it ain't cute
Somebody,
just because of Shein.
I feel like
Listen, I shop wherever I like the outfit, so I ain't saying that it ain't cute.
look, I feel like in sidebar, did you see Sonya is now partnering with Shein with her own line of clothes
Mm-mm.
from formerly of Real Housewives of Atlanta, because she ain't coming back. She didn't get a contract this back to come back. But Drew is. I said it's what it is. But anyway, that was off topic. But anyway, because you were talking about Shein, I saw that she has her own line now.
I don't know. I think maybe I would have thought it was cute or something. If she did a little twerk or something in it. She walking all weird and looking like
No. So it was funny. So what I was gonna say was, and I feel like I might have heard it was either Scotty or T that was said clearly she thought she was in the Check On It video or something, and she was going to channel her and a Beyonce. And she was channeling it, but I was here for it.
Yeah, but she ain't do no twerk. She ain't do no nothing.
It looked better than the birthday girl.
You thought so? I liked Ashley's outfit.
Ashley, it don't matter how hard she tries, she always comes across tacky to me.
I liked Ashley's outfit.
Because you know what? Actually, I shouldn't say that, because I think last season, especially when Karen had her party, she looked really pretty. But Ashley gives me this vibe, especially with her new boobs. The less clothes I wear, then that's sexy. And I don't necessarily believe that. I feel like you can be fully dressed and still look bomb as hell. And again, I mean, I know you don't like her, but as Candace said, she's good at dressing like a $2 hoe.
Everybody came in their Havana outfits. Ashley, I thought, me personally, I thought was the cutest and was dressed for the occasion. Now in the middle of dinner, Karen wanted to address what happened on the beach and said that Candace and Robin.
Like she was going to Carnival.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I'm sorry. It wasn't giving Havana Nights. If y'all want to disagree with me in the comments, y'all are more than welcome to.
I thought her outfit was cute. I thought it was cute. I mean, she had a little cheek out. She was,
okay.
It was giving Ashley. It was giving Ashley. Okay.
Yes, it was.
So in the middle of dinner, Karen wanted to address what happened on the beach and said that Candace and Robin closed out their conversation pretty rough. Okay. And she wants to know if there's any hope that they can get back to progression in their relationship. Now, Robin said she experienced what she experienced is that Candace doesn't think that she did anything wrong. Okay. To her, basically, she repeatedly slandered her, and repeatedly told people that she lied on her husband and participated in a plot in order to cover up for her. And then basically told Candace that, girl, that's defamation, right? Apparently, I
I
don't
love
know.
what Wendy was like. I don't think it's that deep.
But I don't think Candace knows either, because Candace was like, well, I just said how I feel. It
Mm.
doesn't really matter. So,
Well, I mean, that's how she got in. I think, and no shade, I think Robin was kind of low key threatening her. Don't get your ass in another lawsuit, bitch, like you is with Michael Darby. Look, as we know, Candace was, luckily able to get out of that one, and I believe she was able to get out of it because nothing that she said was untrue. But it's still the point. Just because you feel a way about somebody, that don't mean you can go around saying it.
exactly. Now, Wendy said that she doesn't think that that's fair because we don't know how we would react, if people put us in certain situations. Robin said she wasn't being put in a situation, okay? She didn't do anything to her. She repeatedly said that she didn't think Chris had bad intentions, and she regrets expressing those sentiments and feels she should have never shown any type of support if she knew that it would have gotten her here.
Mm.
That's sad. That is sad. Okay. Then let me say something. When I tell y'all what came across the table, then Candace says, oh, that Robin is such a victim.
Mm.
That would have been it for me. Robin told her she's not worried about being a victim. She's worried about what Candace did to her. Ashley asked Candace at this point, do you still believe those things that were said? Candace says that she doesn't know. Okay. Mia said that she doesn't even that, like, basic girl, this don't even make sense. It don't even make sense. Like, what you're saying right now don't even make sense. You are just trying to stick to your story, girl. You are taking it to the grave. Okay. Candace said at this point it doesn't even matter, and everyone else basically disagreed and said, girl, it does. It does. It only doesn't matter to you. To you. Robin said cordial is basically all we're getting. That's
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 all it's
that's as far
giving.
as it's gonna go. Now, Nneka changed the subject and asked Ashley what she's learned in her 34th year. She said that she got to
She
what
said that she's learned to always pursue what's in her heart.
basically as do what's in her heart, regardless of what people think. Then after Giselle almost blew herself up, okay, I'm trying to light this damn candle, and surprise her with a cake. She also almost lit Ashley on fire. They did a walk down
Or
memory
in the whole
lane.
dinner setting. And the whole dinner setting. Let's not
Yeah,
forget about that.
I thought it almost just fell in her lap, in Ashley's lap.
No, I felt like it fell on the table. And they were like, oh my God. Like, and then but it kept falling. Like,
Okay, so then they did a walk down memory lane of the past 8 years, of Ashley celebrating her birthday with the ladies. And they took shots and then turned the hell up. I thought it was, to me, it looked like it was a great night.
right. And can I yeah, and they all her and Mia jumped in the pool. Karen said
Well,
she needed a brewski.
supposedly, Wendy pushed Mia in the pool.
Mm. Well, I like Karen was like, I need a brewski and some dessert, and I'm going to bed, y'all young heifers. Um, but I will say that, and I would love y'all comments, Shade Squad. So drop down. Um, a lot of people feel that this this particular scene, and I actually prepped Nellz before she even watched it, and I was like, "What do you think?" But a lot of people feel that this whole montage package that they put together for Ashley isn't a farewell. We don't know if she decided to leave, or if she was let go and she let God, whatever. But the point is, some people are speculating. Again, y'all know I keep my ears to these YouTube streets, but some people are speculating that because Candace, maybe the case against, with Michael and Candace has been dismissed. So obviously Candace has open room to go talk about it next season. And maybe Michael doesn't want to do that. We know Michael controls a lot of her financials, but a lot of people believe she's not coming back because of what we saw this episode of Michael not really wanting to be on camera and threatening to sue if they put him on camera and all this other stuff. A
Threatening
lot
to
of
sue
people hate.
her, to sue
No.
Ashley.
Oh, was did he say her?
Yeah, she said he's threatened to sue her if she puts him on camera.
Wow. So, and again, we all
Ma'am, look, it would be divorce.
now but again, we all know that as I was telling Nellz, that's a big part of her storyline. We've been following this divorce for at least a year or two now, and it's not happening. And I mean, I love seeing Ashley thrive and survive. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that there are a lot of other people that can go. But if it's her personal decision, or maybe she's growing, and I get that, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little sad. If it, I again, I feel like there's a lot of other people that can go from this cast that don't need to be there next season, but Ashley was not one of them on that list. Is what I can tell you. I feel like
I can think of a few.
I feel like she's perfectly. She gets along with everybody in the group, but she's perfectly messy. Like it, she is a
But
great.
it's not her being fired though, right? It's her walking away.
We don't know. We don't know. Some people
Mm.
believe she may have gotten fired because what else are you giving? And some people believe that maybe Michael doesn't want his boys on camera anymore. So if she can't film with her kids, like he might be pulling a Martell Holt on her. And if she can't film with the kids, she can't film with Michael. What are you really talking about? So that's what leads me to believe that maybe they might have let her go.
Burning.
Vernon is in a whole relationship. That's what they didn't say. If I was Vernon's girl, I'd be mad as hell that y'all sitting here. From what I heard, Vernon is in a whole relationship.
I just saw something on social media about him and Ashley, like today.
I don't know. Look, where's my disclaimer? Okay, everything is
Everything's
alleged.
alleged.
Just our
That's
business.
our opinion.
Okay, because again, I just be listening to these YouTube streets and these news blasts, and if Nell says she got something, another piece of information that I didn't get,
That don't mean that he ain't married. Listen, that don't mean that what you saying is invalid. What I'm saying is, I just saw something with him and Ashley, but that don't mean that what you're saying is wrong by any means.
hmm. Well, okay. But yeah, so then Giselle, the next day, she gets up and she wants to chat with Karen. She tells her that when she gets around Candace and Wendy, she turns into a different Karen. And she brings up Karen defending them at the beach. And she said, knowing Karen's love for the kids, she said Karen loved the kids. Why would she choose their side? So Karen says she never chooses a side, and that bothers everybody. Okay, which I can agree. Karen is very good about not choosing a side, unless it's against Mia. That's the only time. And so Karen basically says that she's known Giselle for the longest and thinks she's crazy, basically, to come at her for not saying something to Wendy and Candace when Giselle didn't say nothing her damn self about her own child. And I said, well, you bet. When I tell you, Karen knew how to handle this moment.
Like it
And
makes
she
you want to do a little
handled it.
bit. You better. You
You
better.
better. You better. Like, I was like, what, Karen? You could tell she's seasoned on this show, okay? Because she gathered Giselle, like when Giselle was like,
No
well,
way.
and so Giselle feels that and she's like, so we not good right now? And Karen said, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's you. It feels like Giselle is basically just shaking in her boots and scared to confront Wendy and Candace. Karen says that she's not the problem, and Giselle has a problem with her friends. Giselle lets her know that she doesn't want to feel that, basically Karen is trash talking her while she's with them. And Karen makes it clear there's nothing she would say behind her back that she can't say to her face.
Until they show the clip.
Until she showed the clip. And look, I was riding a dime for Karen. I was like, that's right. Karen say everything to your face. Okay. Now, most things to your face. Karen does. I'm gonna give her
All the important things.
right, all the important things. So Giselle tells her when it comes to Candace and Wendy, she never sees the other person's point of view. Karen encourages her to stop being so hard, and And Giselle compares her relationship with Karen to Brandy and Monica, but says Brandy's career was better, and that's her. And I said that's subjective. I know a lot of Monica fans. And let's just be
I'm a
real.
Monica fan, but what she said was her career was better.
Yes, her career was better. Yes.
Brandy's career was better.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. That don't mean her singing was better. And I love Brandy. But I
No,
don't
no,
mean
no, 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 no. Monica singing will blow Brandy's singing out the water.
more. Right.
But she was valid in what she said. Brandy's career was better.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that.
So then Robin took the ladies to a restaurant called Alto de Chavan.
Well,
Okay.
I
She
thought
was,
they went to the 16th century church.
can you
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't do that. Don't do that. Look, it's my big age getting ahead of me, y'all. It's my big.
right? Well, we ain't gonna blame it on that because you've been doing this for years. For years, okay.
This is my
She's
favorite.
been doing that for
Man.
years too. She's been doing that for years too. Basically, she said that she wants to do the touristy thing. Okay, so while they're there, they decide to. She wants to take them to the 16th century church, and it's rumored that Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley were married there. I don't know why. As soon as I heard this gave me Latrice. This would be something Trace would want to do, just because of the rumor. She wanted to
Not
take
even
pictures.
that. I'm into like that. I'm into historical architecture. Like that is so my thing. Don't take a girl's trip with me somewhere that's supposed to be historical because you will be going on all types of tours, learning history that you don't give a damn about. But I do. I do. I am a history buff.
So me personally, I don't consider that a girl's trip.
Well,
I
Robin
consider
did it. Robin did it.
I consider that a
A
tour.
learning, an
That's a,
educational
that's,
trip.
that's a tour. If I want to go on a tour, free tour called trees. Okay, girls trip is drinking, hanging out in the pool, you know what I mean? No, Trace, we got to teach her how to have a girls trip. Okay.
I guess so.
Um,
Look, I got all of that, girl. We're gonna go zip lining at 8 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, we're gonna do this, and
See,
then
that's different. That's different. History is not a part of a girls trip.
no, because at 10 o'clock we're doing a tour.
Unless you just randomly passing it and you like, yo, this is this, and that. But to do a tour for this, that ain't a girls trip. That ain't that ain't a girls trip. By
Slide
the
in the
way,
DMs if you want to go on a girls trip with me.
by the way, we need to.
Clearly, I need some more girls. That is not nails.
I think everybody would agree with me. By the way, we need one. We need a girls trip. Okay, so then the ladies they sit down for lunch. Karen's trainer comes back up in conversation, and she finally reveals that it is Vernon Davis, the ex-football player. Trees might know who this is. I do not.
I absolutely do.
Do you know who he played for?
Great question. I feel like it was the Redskins.
Oh, well.
When they were the Redskins, I'm sorry,
Actually,
Commanders. They're now the Commanders.
that actually makes sense since this
He's
is the
in
DB.
this area.
Now.
Oh no, I lie. I'm sorry. Let me get myself right. I got the Google up. Well, he went to the University of Maryland.
Okay.
He played for the 49ers, and then he was signed to the Carolina Panthers, and then he was signed to the Redskins. So yeah, he did play for them, which is why he ended up here because that was his last stop.
So then they try to make matchmaker with Ashley, and she said, "Boo, I already know who that is.
I already know him, girl.
That's my
We
friend.
be in my DMs. We need flirting.
That it goes down in the DMs. Okay." She said, "That's my friend, friend." So when everybody was questioning her
got no DMs
about if they are more than friends, okay, she said, "You know what? She got to go relieve her bladder," and left the table quick in a hurry. She was giving Roadrunner. She was out of there. Okay. Ashley got back to the table. She let the ladies know that nothing has transpired between the two of them, but they have flirted. And, she actually met him when she was with Michael at fight night. So what you saying is you was flirting with him when you was with Michael. You was like, Michael out here doing his thing and I'm about to be doing my thing. Okay.
That's okay.
She did say that they, talked back and forth. on IG. Um, and when Mia saw this quick thread, Mia said that thing is going long, girl. That don't look like no back and forth, little quick little back and forth. Y'all is having conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are talking, okay? And everybody basically thinks that because she's such because he's such an attractive trainer. Um,
Well, Karen says she's trying to get them thighs worked out. The inner thigh.
well,
She said he doing a good job. He's putting it down.
I feel was it who the hell was it? It wasn't Mia. It wasn't Mia that made this shady comment. It was
Oh yes, it was definitely me that made
I
the
thought it
shade.
was Robin. That if he ain't unwrapping, like she just hired an attractive trainer, and if she's trying to get him to unwrap the wrapper, and if he's not doing that, then basically she that's what she's trying to accomplish by trying to hire some attractive ass trainer.
Oh no, I know Mia was in the confessional throwing shade. Like, come on, girl, come on. We know what she say. Ray looked like a peanut man. We all know he not doing what it's not giving what it's supposed to give. Okay, and we do know that there has been talks. Which let me throw up my everything is alleged in our opinion, but we have heard talks that for years that Karen and Ray are in an open marriage with
I
this.
wonder if you get past a certain amount of years that like just cheating just don't matter no more.
Well, I think that you're just there at that point. Like, hear me out, and I'm not trying to be funny. And again, everything is alleged and just our opinion. I think that once you get to a certain point, and he's an older man, it thing don't just like Gordon. The thing ain't thinging
I
like it
would
used
think that would make it worse because now like it's something I can't give you. I
to.
can't even
No, because
compete.
I think at that point, when you on the cusp of you might be gone tomorrow, you don't know the next day from the next. Not saying Ray ain't healthy, but again, I think when you get older, and y'all can drop down in the comments, tell me what you think. Um, and I ain't gonna sit here and lie. My grandparents got divorced very late in life, so I don't know, but I feel like a lot of people do it for companionship, and it don't matter what else is going on. It's more about companionship and not leaving expiring alone. I think it's more about that than it is actually not saying you don't love them, but like the sex of it, especially when you can't do it anymore because they realize that it's just physical. But if you're still here with me, and that's basically what Gordon was saying. He was like, I'll let you go cheat because I can't satisfy you sexually. I just don't want you to leave me because he didn't want to be alone. He wanted the companionship of Mia. And Mia was like, I don't want to do that. I want to actually be with somebody and actually like them and love them and be able to do it to them.
Hmm.
So,
Karen let the group know that Giselle pulled her to the side and told her that when she's around Candace and Wendy, her whole vibe changes. Mia agreed and told her basically that, girl, you get mean. You turn into a mean girl.
mm,
Candace said that Karen doesn't have any problem letting people know when they're being rude that they're being rude, and Wendy just feels that she's just holding people accountable. Now, Keirna said that she feels the real issue is this underlying issue between Giselle and Candace.
mm.
Who are you and where did you come from?
Who,
Because,
Kiana?
yeah, ma'am, first you can't, what you cannot do is speak on past issues. What I'm gonna need you to do is just you sit here and watch.
Okay, well, I can see what you're saying because you just really got to
You
this.
be a spectator, okay?
Right.
Please, just be a
But I
spectator.
think what it is because we know that obviously maybe she's not in the opening credits, but she is supposed to be like a friend of the show. Da, da, da. We
And
saw her
I
in the
get
beginning of
that.
the
We don't
season.
see Nneka trying to comment on what.
Okay, okay. That's a good rebuttal. That is a very good rebuttal.
Stuff that
I ain't gonna
happened
sit here and tell
before,
you no more rebuttals. I
because
don't need
that's like us basically watching the show, right? Having our own opinions, and we're trying to talk about it. But just like we know, after you watch the live, there's stuff that happens, gets edited out that we don't know about. So we
right.
have no business talking about it. So things that happened before you got here, man, what you need to do is be a spectator.
Mm,
Okay, watch things unfold. So basically, Wendy intervened and says that It's more so Candace and Robin, and her and Giselle basically, because they really were friends, and now they're just not, and that's really the energy that she's feeling. I, Listen, I wouldn't have been here for Keirna. When I tell you, I would have had to put her in her place, ma'am. I'm gonna just leave the pipe down and just watch, be a spectator. Then the ladies were put into groups. Giselle, Robin, Ashley, Nneka, and Keirna together. They went to go do some shooting. Keirna thanked the ladies for inviting her on the trip. She let them know that Wendy did not say anything about them, previous to her meeting them. So she didn't have to have any, preconceived notions about them. But there was some obvious shade. The more pressing issue was Nneka. Now, Keirna said that if she said that, she was happy to move on with something, basically, that would have been a done deal. She would apologize and move forward. Nneka said, okay, well, did you tell her the same thing? Did you tell her to apologize to me? Keirna said, okay, well, Wendy was the one offended. Nneka said, have I not been saying that I've been offended? Mm-hmm. Wendy was not the only one offended here, okay? So Keirna said that, you did what you needed to do, and that worked for you, but it didn't work for her. Nneka said, I really don't give a damn, okay? And you over here stirring pots that's already piping hot. This is my point. Okay? So Keirna said, is there an issue? She's like, okay, you should tell me. You over here stirring my pots.
I said, stay out my pot, stay out my kitchen, hoe.
Keirna said, girl, I done stirred it, I stewed it, and I got off it. Okay, look, Giselle was over there like, girl, I am confused. We talking about, what are we talking? Are we talking about beef? Are we talking about pots? Are we talking about beef that go in the pot? What are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
Giselle was confused. Giselle decided to switch gears. Okay,
she said, the beef and the broccoli, the lo mein.
Right? Giselle was like, listen, what we about to do? We about to switch over to Ash. So we're gonna talk about some love. Love is in the air. Okay, what's really going on with you and Vernon? That's what I want to talk about. Okay, and this girl got up, giggled, and left. Everybody think it's super cute. She clearly got a crush. We don't really know what's going on, because apparently maybe he got a family. So then the other ladies, Mia, Wendy, Karen, and Candace are playing some tennis. Of course, Mia's not dressed for the occasion. She said she left her sneakers back home. Having a conversation about Karen's toes, and Mia felt the need to let them know that men used to pay for her to put their feet on her chest. Okay, when she was working.
What hasn't Mia done?
Like, look, when he said, girl, we're gonna name you Socrates, okay, because you always got a story to tell.
Right.
I said, Wendy, when you come through, my girl. I said, when you come through. Now, men.
You about to say Mindy?
Well, I was about to put Mia and Wendy's name together.
That's why I said you about to say Mindy.
I was. So Mia asked the ladies what they think about Ashley and her divorce. Mia said Ashley is a gold digger. Okay, and she thinks that she's not getting a divorce for financial reasons, and said she spoke with her and she seems scared to leave because she needs the support. Candace thinks it also has to do with the fact, she has trauma dealing with, not having a father in her life. Karen said, she gets it because divorce is painful and it feels like an amputation without the numbing.
Well, Karen, you better tell it.
I don't know what type of divorce you went through, but I can't speak to that.
You stupid.
I can't. For me, it felt like a celebrate good time. Come on. Okay, so then back at the hotel.
Ashley can't celebrate without that money. She need Michael's money to celebrate. Because let's just be real. And this is what I think is even more interesting. I pray, that she has something else lined up if she really is let go or leaving the show, because that athleisure line ain't gonna be it.
This ex-NFL player might be it.
Well,
because whoever he's with clearly made it convenient Ashley is not a convenient type of chick. Dudes like chicks that are not convenient.
Mm.
Okay. So back at the hotel, Ashley was finally able to speak to her kids because we know she's been trying to speak to them forever. Okay. Although she did mention to Michael she was filming and then he turned the camera off. Now she repeatedly tried to get him on the phone and, let him know, listen, they can't see you. I just want to see the kids. Let me see the kids. But he refused to turn on the camera. And apparently he previously told her that if he were ever presented on camera, he would sue her. And it's kind of hard to tell her story without him being involved because clearly he's a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now the ladies hopped on a bus, headed to dinner, looking beautiful as per usual. Okay. When they get there,
Even
Mia,
Giselle.
huh?
Even Giselle.
I don't remember what Giselle got on. What
Mm.
she, let's say majority of the women. Okay.
Okay.
When they got there, Nneka, I'm sorry, asked how tennis was. Candace and Wendy said it was great. They discussed
Oh yeah,
Ash.
because they said they split up into their separate activities.
Yes. They said they discussed Ashley not getting a divorce and Mia's opinion as to why. And basically, Mia basically said because she's a gold digger. Mia said yes, she stood on business. Okay. She said I did. Okay. Say that, last year you were TikToking your ass all over the damn place, and now you're not getting a divorce because you married Michael for money. Ashley said, did you marry Gordon for money? Mia said, I might have. The difference between Mia and Ashley is boo.
Mia's willing to admit it. But then
No,
the
no,
thing,
no, not
but
even Mia is
Mia's such
willing.
a liar though, because then in the same breath you'll say you have this inheritance.
What
Like, girl,
listen, what I can give Mia credit for, it's not whether she's willing to admit it or not. What I can give Mia credit for is Mia knew she was, I'm gonna use Mello's word, the new hotness.
okay.
Mia knew that I am the prize. Ashley did not. So Mia,
Okay, you're right. You're right. That was a very, very big difference in how they
so
care.
so Mia can say, I might have. And guess what? He wanted me anyway. Ashley can't say that. Because if that was the case, she would have to admit that she pretended. She pretended to like it. Gordon knew what it was. I'm getting with this hot new young thing. I'm lucky to be with her, not the other way around.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. Nellz is out here coming with a word for y'all.
there's there's the difference. Okay. So Mia don't give a damn. It might have been. And so what? Gordon knew what it was. He knew what he was getting. I'm the prize. And he lets you know. I'm willing to do whatever the hell you want. As long as I can have a piece of you. As long as I can stay in your life. This
That's
man
right.
won't even turn on the camera for her.
Well,
All right. I'm just saying. Okay. So Ashley, so yeah, she said that she might have, and Keirna was like, girl, but you just said that this man was broke yesterday. Everybody in their mom knew that that was a damn lie.
right.
Everybody knew that that was a lie. Keirna, just shut up. Just be a spectator. She get on my damn nerves.
It was a scheme set up by Todd.
What?
That's the running joke. Whenever it's some that you can't explain, it was a scheme set up by Todd.
Oh my God. Okay, so basically Mia said, she's not the one up here getting a divorce. So we're not talking about me. Now, she agreed that she was contemplating getting a divorce, but she said, she was honest with everybody. And she feels like Ashley needs to be honest with herself. Boo, you married this old for money.
I think what it is for Ashley is, and this is just where you go. Everything is alleged and just our opinion. But I'm gonna say my opinion is that I think that Ashley absolutely married Michael for money. I think that she thought she had the upper hand because she thought she was the prize, this older man, da da da. But she also had these codependency issues, this stability. Like she had so many issues that she needed to work on when she got with him that he was able to flip it and reverse it and after you done had kids by, and she still has nothing. Like because we saw that he had the restaurant. Like I think that she did little things while they were together to try to like make herself independent, and it never really worked out for her. But I think that she absolutely, the difference is, even with Mia's, being part owner or whatever she said she was of Gordon's business, even walking away, she walked away to a man that had money after Gordon
Mhm.
didn't. Whereas Ashley, she has nothing to walk away to. And I think that's what scares her, is that I'm not trying to leave this situation until I know I have something else secured, like another bag secured, because I don't like instability. That's just me. But I absolutely think that she married Michael for his money. I just didn't think she thought he was going to get the upper hand on her because he had so much money. Because it didn't, at one point he didn't even want kids for real like that,
Mhm.
and it was Ashley that pushed it. So that's what I'm saying. She kind of gave him the upper hand, because the
I'm
more
not
that
I'm not I'm not gonna say this person's name, okay? Because I refuse to give some credit. But when they were going through this mess, even before it came out that she wasn't getting anything in the prenup, when the prenup initially came about and she found out she had to do more time, okay, to get what she deserved out of the prenup, I was literally told that is a businessman and she does not know what the hell she is doing and what she got herself into. She's not going to get shit.
mm,
And that is literally what happened. She didn't know what the hell she was doing, and she's messing with someone who does. He has lawyers. He does business all day.
not even
Listen, what
that,
he does.
he knew what the hell he signed. You didn't.
Hmm.
Because you know what? Her lawyers were probably Michael's lawyers that he paid for.
Hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like Ashley can't even get that sense of independence to go, in my opinion, to go get her own legal counsel, do her own shit, because they would probably tell her, no, this deal is gonna you, or you're not getting anything. And like you said, I think she found out the hard way, but she thought she was doing something, so she was like, I'm gonna serve this time. And I'm sure it has a lot to do with the kids as well. But again, they both, have a nanny. Not saying they don't spend time with them, but I don't. I think that nanny spends most of her time with them kids, and Michael is very, on her. Like I don't even. And not trying to be shady, but as we saw it before, I don't understand why she just doesn't call the nanny to talk to them, because we all know Michael ain't really watching them like that. Everything is alleged, in just my opinion.
So in the confessional, Ashley kind of made it seem like they kind of go halfsies or whatever. Like basically, like, oh, she pays for stuff, he pays for stuff. But then we find out she's on his credit. She has a credit card that belongs to him. There's a joint bank account that she's still on, and she's still using his money.
That's the problem. That's what I'm saying. You will always be at a disadvantage when you are depending on, especially a man you're trying to leave. You will always be at a disadvantage when you depend on them financially.
Hmm. Now Giselle doesn't really feel like she's a gold digger because if that was the case, she would still be with him. Mia said, "Well, now she's out here gallivanting with the ex-football player, so clearly she's trying to jump from one check to another." Is what it was giving.
Well, I mean, Mia can recognize it because she's doing it.
Hmm. Robin is
Look, real recognize real.
This is why she told her to just be honest with yourself, girl.
Right.
Robin is confused as to why Karen is even being trained by someone who's not a fitness trainer. Karen is like, girl, why are you so upset? Okay, I am 60 and in great shape. Robin said, are you in great shape or do you got heart problems? Like, what is the deal? Okay. Then things,
But
then
T
it's,
said ain't nothing wrong with Karen.
then things started to go left. Giselle said, really, what she's asking is, why wouldn't you be getting? Why wouldn't you get a trainer who, you know, can help you, train you, and helping with that? Karen said, you know what? It is her choice. Okay. And there's many cardiovascular people out here that would just think you was dumb as shit. I think she had a point, especially after hearing about Blue Eyes. It's giving you really are trying to find someone to fulfill your needs. That's really what it's giving. Okay. Karen said, she's worried about her and her thigh muscles. Okay. And everybody starts kind of teasing her and starts making a song about how she needs somebody to work her inner thigh muscles. Okay. And then they
But
cheers.
she did say inner thigh. Karen said it. I love Karen, but she did. She's the one to put it out there.
And then she cheers to, they cheers to the night. They cheers to a good night, to a great time in DR. I think this was their last night, wasn't it?
Yes, and I will say that I actually enjoyed the trip. I do feel like the majority of the time they tried to get along, and I could appreciate it. Um, but again, we gotta break this wall that we're in with this whole Giselle, Candace, and Wendy. And I'm not saying we have to be friends, and I think they did a good job of coexisting and not being friends.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think as a viewer, we need to see it come further. And even with, I'm gonna be honest. Now that I think about it, outside of Nneka's crowning, when did we even see her for real on the trip like that? Like she was. I'm not trying to be an asshole. It was almost like she was insignificant, and that's terrible for her.
Other than when she got into it with what's her face?
Right. And I guess that'll lead into something else in later in the season. Um, but yeah, that was pretty much the episode, y'all. Drop down in the comments. Let us know what y'all think. Is Ashley out here, just staying with this man for his money? I don't even feel like I need it. I mean, y'all drop down in the comments, tell us what you think. But I think I already know the answer. But if y'all, I would love your feedback. But what y'all think? Is Ashley? Do y'all think Ashley's really leaving the show, and is it a smart decision for her? Especially since I told Nellz, I really feel like her being on there for almost 8 years, if not more, she's definitely pulling. I would think again, everything is alleged. It's just our opinion, but I would think Ashley's at least pulling $1 million every season now. So if it's not a million, I just feel like Ashley's walking away from a very huge check that she probably, but she sees Michael's money as more. That I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that's what's happening. And she would rather bow out gracefully and not piss Michael off and mess up her money. And that's why she didn't want to talk about who she was doing and screwing, because she does not want to piss Michael off, because she wants that money. And the same way he gave her a credit card, the same way he can cut that bitch off. And I believe he probably does it. I believe to control her. I truly believe. Again, everything is alleged and just in my opinion, but I absolutely believe that he's using that to control her, and she's letting him because she won't walk away.
I bet you Gordon couldn't do it.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in to this recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. If you haven't already, please make sure that you hit that like button.
Make sure you comment
Make sure you subscribe.
and you hit the notification bell.
Make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And as I stated in the live, if you didn't catch it, it is your girl's birthday week. The reviews and recaps may be a little bit late coming next week. We'll still get them to you, but please understand that I am in the spirit of celebration. And I just again want to thank y'all, attitude of gratitude, for the love and support and always coming through, showing up for us, showing up for me. I absolutely appreciate it. I love you guys. Not gonna get teary eyed, not gonna get emotional, but I love y'all. And
She
please,
will later. She lying.
I will later. But I really appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you. Have a good night. We'll catch you next week.
Good
Bye bye.
night.